Hi, my name is Akilican, and today I'm going to be talking about the different hero roles in Heroes of the Storm. Before I get started, I just wanted to give you the opportunity to skip ahead to see any specific one that you wanted to. Warriors are the healthy tank-type characters of Heroes of the Storm. They deal low to moderate damage, but come with immense health pools and a variety of crowd control abilities. In the early stages of the game, trading damage with the enemy isn't a good idea, as you aren't quite tanky enough to withstand much harassment, so you must rely on your crowd control to keep you in XP range. The warrior's role is to be an unbreakable front line for your team. Your options are to aggressively disorient the enemy team, or to defensively protect your own. With the aggressive approach, you must get into the enemy team and cause as much chaos as you can. To do this, you use your crowd control to get to the enemy assassins and bully them out of the fight, or keep them locked down so that your team may nuke them down. Or, in a more defensive manner, you can watch out for your own assassins and keep them safe from harm, oftentimes by peeling heroes off of them with your crowd control abilities. If a hero on your team catches an enemy out of position, they can capitalize on these mistakes and set up very easy kills for your team. Supports are the healers, buffers, and damage mitigators of Heroes of the Storm. Their role is to protect their team from the threat of death. If you are playing a supportive role, then all throughout the game, and most importantly, in the beginning stages, it is recommended that you stick with an ally hero. In most cases, this is an assassin. This is because you provide almost no real damage most of the time. However, your abilities allow you to buff your allies and make them stronger and more resilient. Mana preservation is probably the most trivial part of being a support, as you consume massive amounts of mana to keep yourself and allies in lane through healing and shielding. In teamfights, it's best that you stick with your assassins, as warriors have their own abilities to keep them alive, whereas your damagers are much squishier. They rely on your heals and buffs to mitigate damage while also amplifying their own damage output. If a warrior is maintaining the enemies and your assassins are positioned well, then go ahead and toss some abilities on your warriors to keep them going strong. In some cases, you may have some crowd control abilities. It is best that you let warriors do most of the engaging and you save your crowd control for more protective measures. Unless it is not needed, then feel free to lock down whoever you like. Remember, you are the last line of defense between your enemies and your assassins, so you must do everything you can in your power to keep them alive. Oftentimes, this involves you body blocking and sacrificing your own life to let them get away. Assassins are pretty cut and dry. They deal damage. They vary between melee and ranged, but in both cases are the highest damage sources in Heroes of the Storm. This fact makes you the focus target in teamfights. This means you must rely on your warriors and supports to keep you safe and out of harm's way. This also means you must be highly aware of your surroundings, including what enemies are in range of damaging you, what supports are in range to buff you, and what targets are in range for you to be attacking. Your ability to do massive amounts of damage, usually to a single target, means you should always be attacking the enemies during team fights. You must always be on your toes due to a lack of hit points. Some assassins come with defensive abilities that make you a little bit more elusive and hard to kill. Use these abilities wisely, because if you are caught without them, you are almost certainly dead. If you die in teamfights, your team loses its damage source and is put in a very tough situation to deal with. Specialists are heroes that don't quite fit into the other categories. They can be tanky, supportive, or damage-oriented, but they aren't classified into the other roles because they specialize in something that separates them from the others. Each specialist is different and unique. Some are good at sieging due to their long range and summoning of minions. Some are good at zoning off the enemy and controlling certain parts of the map. And some are just very random and don't fit in with the other roles. In these clips, you see Azmodan and Sylvanas Twinrunner. Azmodan specializes in long-range combat and sieging. He summons minions to do his dirty work, while he sits back and hurls globes of destruction at his enemies. Sylvanas is a very elusive range specialist who does well at zoning and sieging. She has the ability to stun minions and structures, making it easy for her to overtake a lane. There are far too many specialists in Heroes of the Storm for me to cover in just one video, so you'll have to do some research to find out just what all these cool and unique heroes can do. Thanks for checking out my video. I provided a link to my last video if you'd like to check that out as well. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for future videos. Again, my name is Akilican, and thank you for watching.